All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is March 25th. We got ourselves a Friday. We got 7 games on the NBA slate tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I have to say, even just to start the video, thank you so much for the recent support on the channel. But let's jump into it, guys. We'll talk about the growth of the channel and everything in just a second. But recapping last night, we went 4-4, and this is funny. I'm probably gonna spend a little too much talking about this. I'm not one of those people. There are some people on YouTube, none of the guys I'm close with or anything like that, but there's some people on YouTube that do similar shows that like make excuses for the losses that they had and everything like that. And at the end of the day, it's all fun. And you got to recognize sometimes when you lose, you just lose. And that's what happened to us last night with 3 out of our 4 losses. 3 out of our 4 losses last night in our 4-4 night. Lost on the hook. We lost by 1/2 of a point. Pacers and Grizzlies under 235.5. Yikes. But we did have Darius Garland hitting his under in threes. Easy money. Same thing with Fred VanVleet. I had some great research. If you guys aren't a member of the Discord, make sure to go and check out the Discord because I had some absolute facts to back up those 2 unders for threes. Drew Holiday had 10 assists. We took him real early. He was a really confident play at 7.5 assists. He finishes with the 10 assists. Another reason to join the Discord, which will be in the pinned comment, check out that link, is that everyone was saying, hey, his assist line, once Giannis gets ruled out, jump to 10.5. Should I still take it? And I was saying, yes, I'm going to double down and take it. So I kind of broke even on this. It wasn't a play. It wasn't an official play. I'm not a dirtbag like that and going to change my final play. I entered it at 7.5. I doubled down and took it at under 10.5 again. He finishes with 10, so win-loss for me there. But for my record, I'm counting it as a loss because I did put it in the final plays underneath the in the pinned comment as 7.5. So we take a loss there. Jonas Valanciunas, 2.5 assists. Finishes with 3 assists. Another one we lose on the hook. Mikal Bridges, same exact number, a loss, and then Mikal Bridges cashes his over in threes. And then the ride of the day, we got a cash and we got a cheers coming from, and I'm gonna botch this name, but Swifty. I'm gonna go with Swifty. Had hashtag ride of the day, Lauri Markkanen, over 15.5 points, 2 threes and 4 rebounds. We rode with the threes, cashed it. We'll get another cheers for Swift there. But look at that. Talk about having a beat on how Lauri Markkanen was going to play yesterday. Big time. That's why you get 2 cheers there, because that's a 3-0 ride of the day. We only jump on 1, but guys, what a great play there. So that helped us out, at least kind of break even there with a 4-4 day, which sucks because it's the first day and I can't even tell you how long, about a week, that we haven't had a remarkably good night. But it is what it is, guys. You're gonna lose sometimes when you're in the sports gambling world, and especially like this. It shows how good the books are. 3 out of our 4 losses lose with a 0.5 point there. So it is what it is. But guys, if you don't know what the hashtag of the day is, or the ride of the day here, make sure you use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Give me some player props, give me a pick, and I'm going to be jumping on board with 1 player prop or 1 pick in the comments. One of you guys, I'm going to put my money where your mouth and your research is, and it paid off last night with that 2+3s from Lauri Markkanen. So use hashtag ride of the day, give me a play, and you guys will get a shout out in tomorrow's video, win or loss. And guys, before we even get into the rest of the video, I know I'm killing you here, but I'm gonna ask you guys to please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hit 8,000 subscribers by the end of March. You guys have absolutely been killing it. We have hit over 1,000 subscribers in just a few days here, going from 6,800 to 7,800 now. So I can't thank you guys enough. Like, I really, you know what, y'all get a cha-ching for the support you've been showing. And speaking of support, guys, I would appreciate it too if you want to join the Ballers. We have some new members to shout out here, but we're just going to shout out everyone. We got Nick, we got Zapata, we have Jameson, we have Poncho, we have Core, we have the Roof Doctor, we have Julian, we have Dennis, Alex, the Anchor, we have Ricky, Jimmy, and Keenan, all members of the Ballers. Guys, for $2.99 a month, you get an awesome logo next to your name in the comments. You get exclusive emojis you can use, like the positive emoji when you have a winning and positive night. And it also supports me, and we have some awesome stuff coming down the pike for members here, including them coming on the show, some video highlights and video pics from them. So guys, if you do want to show your support, I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. If you do want to show your support for $2.99 a month, please hit that join button next to the subscribe button down below. And also, I'm going to put a link to it in the pinned comment as well. But let's get into today's video. I've been rambling, asking and pleading, begging for your support enough. You guys have lived up to it, though, so I do really appreciate that. But let's jump into today's slate. As you know, we go through each and every game on the slate. I give you my lean against the spread. I give you what I'm thinking. I give you what this dumb head is thinking. But at the end of the day, make sure you're keeping an eye on the pinned comment. That is where my final plays will be. They'll be below the Discord link and be below the join link. So make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. That is where my final plays will live as I continue to do more and more and more research. And everyone's like, why do you do that? It's like, well, I'm not going to just tell you guys what I think in this video, and then if developing factors come up and whatnot, it's like, oh, well, I did my video. No, I'm researching and looking into picks all day long. So make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment, guys. And that is where my plays will be. And also join the Discord link. That is where I explain all of my player props that we don't get to in the video here, any player prop ads. But keep an eye on that. Whew. Now that we have so much and we're growing so fast, I have so much to talk about at the beginning of videos. I apologize for that. I give myself a womp womp for talking so much before getting into the nuts and bolts here, but I do have a lot to be thankful for right now. But let's jump into it here. We have the Hornets taking on the Jazz. Hornets 4-point underdogs here in the last 10 games. Hornets kind of right in the ship here. 6-4 in their last 10 games against the spread. The Jazz in their last 5 against the spread on the road are 1-4. Bogdanovich is out. House is out. Azubuike is out. And Whiteside is questionable here. No new injuries for Charlotte. Gordon Hayward still out indefinitely. Utah's coming off 2 tough losses. Brooklyn and Boston, 2 decent teams, and Charlotte's coming off that loss to the Knicks the other night. I'm going to lean Charlotte here. We've been riding them plenty. 70% of the public looks like they are on Utah tonight, but I'm going to lean Charlotte here in this one, +4. Give me the points all day long. Last time these teams played was in late December, and Utah took it to them by 10 points, 112-102, but I'm going to be leaning Charlotte here. I do really think that they're kind of starting to turn around. Their last 6 games, they're 4-2 against the spread. Like I said, 6-4 in their last 10 overall. And, you know, not against the spread, but just straight up at home, they are 4-3. They're kind of returning to form as that good home team. So we're going to lean Charlotte here, +4. And there's a couple player props that I have my eye on here, so keep an eye on the pinned comment there as well. All right, next up, we have the Pistons, 4.5-point favorites over the Wizards. Yes, the Wizards are coming off of a back-to-back playing Milwaukee last night, losing by 12. That game was way worse for a lot of that. But, I will say that this Detroit team, I love the fact that they're, 13-1-2 against the spread in their last 15, 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10. At home, they're 4-1-1 against the spread. But why must we have to lay points with the Pistons? That's when these things change. You know, Detroit was cleaning up and whooping ass against the spread because they were getting +5, +6, +7. And now they're starting to become favorites in these games and not getting the line that seems like it could be fair. And it just seems like, okay, now it's not going to work out, but I am going to lean Pistons because of the back-to-back. I wish this line, I think it opened up at like 3 and people hammered the Pistons, so this is probably one I stay off of just because the Pistons are like the Cinderella team. Speaking of March Madness too, right? They're like the Cinderella team right now, but Vegas is starting to overrate them and trying to suck in your money. So if you're going to take Pistons -4.5, I think that cashes. I would just be weary with your money because Vegas is up to no good with this one. There's no way the Pistons should be 5+ point favorites over a Wizards team. There just isn't. This is still the Pistons. They're playing really good basketball, but Kuzma might play tonight. Washington's gonna get their guys back. I am a little weary of this one, but I'm gonna lean Pistons -4.5 anyways. All right, next up, Hawks -2.5 against the Golden State Warriors. This Hawks team does play well at home. Danilo today, Jr. Danilo Gallinari is upgraded to probable. So is Lou Williams. For Golden State, Steph Curry is still out. Iguodala is questionable here. Golden State coming off a surprising win to Miami, and Atlanta is coming off a loss to Detroit there when Detroit whooped them 122-101. Golden State, however, I don't necessarily love on the road here without Steph Curry. On the road, they do have a positive record in their last 5, and this Hawks team has been abysmal against the spread. We are going to lean Atlanta, however, -2.5. I think this is a game where they can kind of bounce back, and it usually would be a battle of the shooting guards, Trae Young and Steph Curry, right? No Steph Curry, so I think that we're going to lean Atlanta here, -2.5. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. That could be one where I start to explain and think and do more research, and maybe it flips. If you're telling me you're taking Golden State +2.5, I'll be completely honest. I'm not trying to talk you off of that because I do think that that's a fair play too, but I am definitely leaning Hawks there, especially at home. They are the Atlanta Hawks at home, the Atlanta Pigeons on the road, but they're at home today. Next up, we have the Timberwolves taking on the Mavericks. Timberwolves 3-point favorites. This Timberwolves team has surprised me and lost me plenty of money because somehow we keep betting against them. They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10, 5-1 in their last 6 at home here. Karl-Anthony Towns is questionable. As always, it's all going to come down to that. Luka is upgraded to probable, so that's good. Bertans is out. Burke is out. Hardaway Jr. is still out there. Dallas coming off of a win to Minnesota. What was it? Just a couple nights ago. I got it up in front of me. Couple nights ago, 110-108. I think that Minnesota bounces back in this one if Karl-Anthony Towns plays. So I'm going to lean Minnesota there, another favorite. You guys know I don't love taking favorites, but we did take a underdog here to start the video. But I'm going to lean Minnesota here. They're playing really good basketball. They're at home playing very good basketball at home. In the last 5, Dallas is only 2-3 against the spread away, and Minnesota, like I said, is 6 in the last 6, 5-1 against the spread. They're 14-6 in the last 20 as well. So we're going to lean Minnesota there, -3. I think that's a fair number. This Dallas team was red hot. They kind of got a little bit inconsistent for a while with a loss to New York, then a loss to Brooklyn, a loss to Philly, or a loss to Charlotte, I believe. But we're going to lean the favorite there, Minnesota at home. Next up, Heat, 6.5-point favorites over the Knicks. Keeping an eye on the injury report. So many people are questionable. Ready for this? Ready for this? PJ Tucker, questionable. Jimmy Butler, questionable. Victor Oladipo, out. Duncan Robinson, questionable. Tyler Hero, questionable. Martin, questionable. Vincent, out. It's like someone fell asleep on the keyboard on the question mark button, and everyone on the Heat is questionable. So keep an eye on this. If any of those guys play, if all of them play, I'm leaning Heat heavy here. I think that this Knicks team is just somehow, some way, you know, after they win a game against Charlotte, that they're just due to do the opposite of bounce back here. So I'm going to lean Miami, especially coming off of a loss there. I think that they come out with a little bit of fire and hot, no pun intended, with the Heat, but coming off of 2 losses to 2 good teams, I think if these guys play, again, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, all these guys, I think we lean Heat there. But this could be one where it's like, all right, everyone and their grandmother and their step-grandmother and their grandmother twice removed is injured. Who knows what you're doing here? So don't take this right away. Keep an eye on that injury report. All right, next up, we have the Trailblazers hosting the Rockets. We got ourselves a psycho game alert. Who's betting this game? Who is crazy enough? Who's crazy enough to take this game? Portland's getting 3.5 points at home here. Both of these teams are just absolutely crazy to me. In their last 3 away games, the Rockets are 0-3 against the spread, and that's the only sort of, I guess, bit of I shouldn't say research. Research this game plenty, but that's the thing that puts this over the top to me, to at least even have a gun to my head and say, okay, I got to give a lean here. I'm going to lean the underdog, Portland, plus 3.5, but again, absolute psycho game alert. If you guys are a psycho, let me know in the comments, because you guys are a real psycho. But guys, before we get into the last game of the day, I'm going to take one more opportunity to ask you guys to please show your support with the channel and join the Ballers. $2.99 a month. That's so cheap. Think about that. $2.99 a month to show your support to me, but also have access to exclusive perks. The logo next to your name. If you've been a member, for a couple days, you get the bronze. Once you become a member for a month, you get the silver. And then once you become a member for 2 months plus in a row, you get the gold logo next to your name. Number 1 reason to do this, honestly, is to show your support. But number 2 reason, I'm going to be featuring and bringing you guys into the channel as well. I want to build up the community. We're going to have video clips from you guys and everything like that. So if you do want to join, show your support, but also be part of the channel and create content on the channel as well within these videos. I'm going to try and work that in to the best of my ability. So please consider that. And also make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, guys. Half of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed. And that means the half that watch it hate me, even though we've been absolute on fire for you guys. But anyways, let's jump into it. Last game of the night, we do have the Clippers here hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers, 5.5-point favorites on the road. No injuries to note. But I will say the Sixers have not been shy in terms of resting guys when they don't think they need them. And I could totally see them looking at a Clippers team that has lost 4 games in a row here. And they've won 2 games in a row in Philly, that they say, okay, maybe we don't need our 2 best players tonight. We got the playoffs to think about. So keep an eye on that. We're leaning Philly -5.5, but just keep an eye on that injury report, or keep an eye on Twitter or anything. Join the Discord where we're talking about injuries all day long. Keep an eye on that to make sure that, you're not going to screw yourself by taking a line too early. And that is a piece of advice that I would give. Wait these out. We got screwed by Drew Holiday yesterday, and Giannis just being ruled out. And it's funny because I literally said that in my video. I was like, Giannis isn't on the injury report, but they're playing Washington. Wouldn't be surprised if they just sit Giannis. Couple hours later, they sit Giannis. So I look like a dummy and a genius at the same time for taking Drew Holiday, but then also knowing they were going to sit Giannis. But guys, that wraps it up for the predictions portion of the video. Y'all have been absolutely crazy with the subscribe button, the like button, everything like that. One last talk here about the ride of the day. Use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Let me know a player prop or a pick that you guys think I should be jumping on and riding with, and I will let you know if I do decide to ride. You guys will get a shout out in the next video, but I do truly appreciate. I'm gonna give you guys an applause here. Appreciate the love you guys have been showing. I love doing these videos, and We've been red hot in March, which is crazy because I'm stupid, but I'm a genius in March. But I hope you guys do appreciate just the fact that, you know, we're genuine, we're having fun here and doing our thing. So hopefully you guys have a winning night. Your pockets get a little bit heavier. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. I update it throughout the day. So even if there's one play there, you know, you can always DM me on Discord or Twitter. You guys can check in and be like, is that the only play? I'm adding to it constantly. So up until game time, it's not final. But that's just how we do things around here. So make sure to check out those links, become a member, hit that subscribe button, like the video, all that good stuff, guys. I really can't thank you guys enough, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.